ultimate romance male lead when it comes to the look of love. From heart-melting stares to loving gazes, these 15 K-drama male leads know exactly how to make us swoon. 15. Nam Joo-hyuk. If anyone's mastered the "I'm totally in love with you but also kind of shy about it," look, it's him. Nam Joo-hyuk's eyes do half the acting, and the rest? Just that soft smile and boy-next-door charm that completely ruins you in the best way. In weightlifting fairy Kim Bok-joo, he's all playful and smug, teasing Bok-joo like it's a sport. But then he hits you with those soft, lingering looks like he can't believe he got this lucky. It's best friend turned boyfriend energy, and it's addictive. Then comes 25-21, and wow, same warmth, but now it's layered with heartbreak. His eyes are heavier, like they're carrying all the what-ifs and not-yets. It's love that's real but complicated, and he makes you feel every second of it. And in Startup, his gaze is full of quiet support, watching from the sidelines with unshakable loyalty. If he looked at us like that, we'd forget how to breathe. 14. Ahn Hyo-seop. Now this actor right here, he just sells romance like it's second nature. In Business Proposal, he gave us the chaebol romance reimagined, not just a cold CEO slowly thawing, but a man genuinely caught off guard by love. His Kang Tae-moo didn't fall hard all at once. Instead, Ahn Hyo-seop let it build in small, deliberate moments. A lingering stare, a softened voice, the kind of eye contact that felt like a silent promise. With Shin Ha-ri, his mask slipped, and his whole face lit up like he was discovering what love actually feels like. And in Dr. Romantic 3, he took that emotional precision and grounded it. His portrayal of So Woo-jin was more restrained, more grown up, but no less moving. You could see the love in the way he listened, the way he stayed, the kind of love that feels like a safe place to land. He didn't have to say much. His eyes were already doing all the talking. Ahn Hyo-seop's love stories stick with you, because the way he looks at someone makes you believe you could be loved like that too. 13. Kim Seon-ho. There's something undeniably magnetic about Kim Seon-ho. His look of love isn't loud. It's subtle, layered, and sneaky in the best way. One second he's flashing that mischievous grin, and the next, his eyes soften. And suddenly you're completely undone. In Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha, he gives us the full spectrum. His Hongdu-shik teases and banters like a man with nothing to lose, but when it comes to his female lead, the walls fall away. His eyes turn warm, protective, and grounding. Home in every sense of the word. Then, in When Life Gives You Tangerines, his screen time may have been brief, but it was unforgettable. As IU's eventual husband, Seon-ho radiated sincerity in every look. It felt like he was proving that love doesn't just come twice, it comes sweeter, deeper, and even more cherished the second time around. And of course, Startup. Even when his character is hurting, Kim Seon-ho infuses his gaze with quiet ache, the kind that says, "I'll root for you, even if it costs me everything." There's just something about the way Kim Seon-ho acts out love, with restraint, vulnerability, and sincerity that keeps us coming back for more. 12. Park Bo-gum. Park Bo-gum's look of love feels like stepping into a sun-drenched memory. Gentle, sincere, and quietly overwhelming. In When Life Gives You Tangerines, that gaze hits differently. There's a startling maturity in his affection. He doesn't just look at his love interest with warmth, he looks at her like she's someone worth showing up for every single day. And it doesn't stop at romance. You see it in how he treats family, with tenderness, protectiveness, and an emotional honesty that feels so raw it sneaks up on you. Then, in Good Boy, the tone shifts. Here, Bo-gum adds mischief to the mix. Playful smirks, cheeky glances, and the kind of boyish charm that makes young love feel electric again. It's impossible not to get swept up. And in Love in the Moonlight, he turns the charm all the way up. As a crown prince who falls hard and fast, his look is both teasing and tender, like he's constantly dancing the line between royalty and hopeless romantic. Park Bo-gum's look of love doesn't just say, "I choose you." It says, "I already have and I will again in every version of me." It's steady, sweet, and full of soul, the kind of love that feels timeless. 11. Jung Hae-in. Jung Hae-in's look of love is quiet magic. Never loud, never forced, but so profound it lingers. His look feels like a secret unfolding in real time, tender, piercing, and impossible to shake off. In Something in the Rain and One Spring Night, he perfects this everyday intimacy. It's adoration grounded in respect, quiet but unshakable, the kind of love that makes ordinary moments feel monumental. In Love Next Door, there's a different weight to his affection. This isn't just new love, it's long overdue. You can feel the history, the years of friendship, and the quiet admiration he's kept hidden finally coming to the surface. His gaze carries both longing and relief, like he's been waiting a lifetime for the chance to love openly. And in While You Were Sleeping, he shows us why he's a true master of subtle romance. As the second male lead, he didn't need big declarations. We already knew how he felt for Susie's character. Every glance carried unspoken affection. Every look lingered just a beat too long. Without a single word, his eyes told us everything. The care, the yearning, the love he never voiced. It was unrequited, yes, but it was also unforgettable. 10. Park Hyung-sik. Park Hyung-sik's look of love is quietly disarming. Soft, patient, endlessly warm. It doesn't just make you feel wanted, it makes you feel treasured. In Strong Woman, Do Bong-soon, his eyes say it all. Every glance at Bong-soon feels like he's witnessing something miraculous. There's mischief when he teases her, but underneath is unshakable dedication. He doesn't just look at her with love, he looks at her with awe, like she's the best part of his world and he still can't believe he gets to keep her. And the K-drama world, nearly 10 years later, we still haven't moved on. In Dr. Slump, that warmth matures into something deeper. His gaze toward Park Shin-hye's character carries affection wrapped in empathy, a love born from shared struggles. You can see the healing in his eyes, the way he softens in her presence, as though she's both his anchor and his light. And in Happiness, his look of love reaches another dimension. Even in a survival drama, amid fear and chaos, his eyes never waver. 9. Lee Jun-ho. Lee Jun-ho has truly mastered a look of love that makes your heart race, especially because he plays characters who carry loneliness and see love as a kind of salvation. In The Red Sleeve, that devotion is on full display. As the crown prince, he bears the weight of duty, yet when he looks at his court lady, intensity softens into reverence. Every glance is layered with yearning and restraint, a tug-of-war between responsibility and the pull of his heart. In King the Land, he shifts into lighter gear. His eyes are softer here, sprinkled with playful warmth. Toward Yuna's character, his eyes linger with quiet awe, like he's endlessly fascinated by her existence. He might not fully understand her world yet, but he's ready to learn, and his eyes make you believe it. And in Just Between Lovers, his look of love carries the ache of healing. His eyes hold grief, resilience, and tenderness all at once, showing how love can grow even in broken places. When he looks at Wonjina's character, it's with vulnerability and unwavering care, a fragile kind of commitment that hits even harder because it's so real. 8. Seo In-guk. No one does tragic romance like Seo In-guk. He just has that look of love, consuming, magnetic, impossible to resist, even when you know it could break you. In Doom at Your Service, his stare carries both inevitability and longing. As a god of destruction, he's supposed to bring endings. But when he looks at Park Bo-young's character, it's with a tenderness that defies his own fate. It's reverent, aching, and almost fragile, like he's quietly asking to be loved despite knowing he shouldn't be. In The Smile Has Left Your Eyes, that consuming quality deepens. His gaze is sharp, secretive, even unsettling at times. Yet when it turns soft, it's devastating. Toward Jung So-min's character, his eyes hold vulnerability he can't put into words. Love that feels messy, forbidden, but utterly real. It's desire and desperation, all tangled up in one look. 7. Kang Ha-neul. Kang Ha-neul's acting skills translate most beautifully when it comes to romance, because he portrays love in the most utterly, devastatingly sincere way. His look of love isn't flashy or overdone. It's grounded, tender, and real. And when the camellia blooms, this sincerity is impossible to miss. As Jong-suk, he looks at Gong Yoo-jin's character with open reverence and zero hesitation. Every glance is filled with faith in her worth, a mix of protectiveness and pure adoration. His love doesn't come with conditions or doubts. It's just there, steady and unshakable. In Tastefully Yours, he takes that sincerity and turns it inward, showing us a quieter, more nuanced kind of affection. His eyes linger with a warmth that feels deeply personal, part respect, part longing, part tenderness. And despite it being a short drama, he sells a love story that feels smitten, one that catches him off guard but still sweeps him up in the best way possible. Kang Ha-neul's eyes doesn't just show love, it sneaks under your skin. It's the kind of look that makes you hold your breath, smile without realizing it, and instantly root for him. 6. Lee Jong-suk. Lee Jong-suk's look of love is all about protective warmth, gentle, attentive, and overflowing with sincerity. In dramas, he plays characters that don't need grand gestures because his eyes do all the work. One glance is enough to show how deeply he loves and how completely he means it. In While You Were Sleeping, his gaze blends watchfulness with tenderness. Toward Susie's character, he looks like someone constantly calculating the dangers around her, yet softening every time their eyes meet. It's a look that protects, reassures, and silently says, "I've got you, no matter what." And in The Hymn of Death, his look of love carries a tragic, almost unbearable weight. His eyes hold yearning and inevitability, tender yet heavy with sorrow. It's love that knows it's running out of time, but chooses to burn brightly anyway. Every glance feels like a farewell and a confession rolled into one. Heartbreaking, yet breathtaking. Every time Lee Jong-suk steps into a rom-com, we can't help but tune in, because no one sells quiet, soul-deep devotion quite like him. 5. Yoo Yeon-seok. Yoo Yeon-seok has that unmistakable intensity in his eyes, a love that feels all-consuming. His look of love is never halfway. It's deep, deliberate, and brimming with a passion that makes you feel like nothing else exists but this moment, this person. In Mr. Sunshine, his gaze is a battlefield of its own. As Gu Dong-mae, his love is fierce, painful, and obsessive, yet behind that sharp exterior is a man undone by devotion. Every glance toward Kim Tae-ri's character carries longing so raw it cuts, a love he can't fully express in words but can't hide in his eyes. In Dr. Romantic, that intensity takes on a quieter, more nuanced form. His gaze blends ambition and care, showing us how love can exist even amidst chaos. Subtle but unforgettable, every look and pause is threaded with affection and thoughtfulness. And in When the Phone Rings, his eyes tell an entirely different story. Here, intensity becomes devastating. Every glance is heavy with longing, regret, and desire he can't voice. This isn't sweet or playful. It's aching, raw, and so real it leaves you unsettled, haunted in the best way. 4. Park Seo-joon. Park Seo-joon's look of love is playful yet vulnerable, teasing on the outside, but with eyes that give everything away. He has this way of making romance feel fun and flirty, while still grounding it in something deeply sincere. One smirk pulls you in, but it's the softness in his gaze that makes you stay. In What's Wrong with Secretary Kim, he's at his most charming. His eyes sparkle with mischief whenever he teases Park Min-young's character, but the moment she lets her guard down, his gaze shifts. It's steady, tender, and almost reverent, like every glance is proof of just how much she means to him. The contrast makes his love feel both electric and safe. In Fight for My Way, he brings that same duality into a scrappier, more down-to-earth romance. Toward Kim Ji-won's character, his teasing feels effortless, best friend banter that could go on forever. But then there are those quiet moments, when his eyes soften and you catch the vulnerability beneath the bravado. It's love that snuck up on him, unpolished but real, and Park Seo-joon makes you feel every beat of it. 3. Namgoong Min. Namgoong Min's look of love is soul-deep, intense, and mature, carrying the weight of enduring devotion. In My Dearest, he delivered longing so profound you could practically feel the ache through the screen. His gaze carried the desperation and fragile hope of a man torn between duty and desire, yet still overflowing with a love that refused to wither. Toward Ahn Yoon-jin's character, his eyes were piercing yet tender, layered with history, sacrifice, and yearning that endured even against impossible odds. Then in our movie, Namgoong Min plays Lee Jae-ha, a once-acclaimed director facing both creative slump and personal wreckage. Opposite Jeon Yo-bin's terminally ill actress, his look of love transforms into something quieter but deeply moving. Subtle, restrained, unspoken, but brimming with reverence, fear, and aching tenderness. Every glance feels like both a confession and a goodbye. And let's be real, Namgoong Min doesn't do romance often, but when he does, he absolutely ruins us in the best way possible. 2. Gong Yoo. Gong Yoo's look of love is soulful in a way that few actors can match, layered with wisdom, longing, and timeless affection. In Coffee Prince, his look of love captures the thrill of discovery. As Choi Han-kyul, he shifts from confusion to awe, his eyes softening as he realizes love doesn't have to follow the rules to be real. Despite being fairly young at the time, Gong Yoo made one of the most progressive K-dramas of its era feel so authentic because of how he delivered that gaze. Playful, vulnerable, and quietly revolutionary. And then there's Goblin, home to one of the most legendary looks of love in all of K-drama history. As Kim Shin, every glance carries centuries of loneliness. But when he looks at Kim Go-won's character, it's pure reverence. It's awe, it's salvation, it's devastation. His eyes tell a love story that's both tragic and eternal, heartbreaking yet luminous. And honestly, no one does it like Gong Yoo. His gaze doesn't just make you swoon, it makes you feel. Fans have been waiting years for his next big romance, and let's just say, the second he returns with that look, we're all done for. Last, and yes, we saved him for last on purpose. Because frankly speaking, Chang-wook has given us more looks of love across his career than most actors could manage in a lifetime. His eyes are magnetic intensity at its finest. Fiery, unflinching, and so locked in it makes you feel like you're the only one in his universe. In Suspicious Partner, that intensity melts into something playful, yet still consuming. His look at Nam Ji-hyun's character carries patience, warmth, and just the right amount of hunger he can't fully hide. On the surface, it's teasing, but when his eyes linger, you know he's all in. In Welcome to Samdalri, we get a more mature flavor of his look of love. It's steadier, quieter, but no less magnetic. Love built on history, forgiveness, and years of shared memories. And in Love Struck in the City, Chang-wook stripped romance down to its raw core. Here, his gaze is unfiltered, messy, and devastatingly human, the look of a man completely lovesick, wearing his longing openly, letting it consume him. It's passion in its purest, most vulnerable form. Chang-wook is the ultimate master of the look of love. Fiery when it needs to be, tender when it counts, and always magnetic. His eyes have given us some of the most unforgettable moments in K-drama history. These actors have mastered the look of love. Those eyes that say everything without a word. But love isn't just in the gaze, it's in the kiss. So tell me, are they also some of the best kissers in K-drama history? Click on this video to see for yourself.